has the right to table the speech also. But I am not tabling, sir, because I want our people of state to listen to what they did. How much of distress they have caused and how much of loss they have caused. They are unable to listen. That is why they are going away. Fine. You did the right thing. So, Honorable Speaker, sir, for the above reason, sir, this is the success, sir. I would say the people who come to represent the people, sir, the legislators who have come here to raise the people issues have won, sir, and one family has lost. Today. But look at this, sir. This is what they are. Sir, going further ahead, sir, for all the above reason lapses which are administrative in nature, it is unfair to make the parties suffer, sir. Therefore, written instructions, orders need to be issued to verify the correctness of the data ported in Dharani portal by the Tehsildar so moto with reference to the authentic manual records and corrected so moto wherever unnecessary, and this should also be done under the strict supervision of senior officers, sir. So this process needs to be completed before the proposed draft bill becomes law. So this process needs to be completed, once again I am repeating, sir, before the proposed draft bill becomes a law, sir. So this is not, if this is not done once the above provision becomes an act, the Tehsildars, the RDOs will be flooded with application and it becomes difficult for them to cope up. So there are many other issues pertaining to revenue departments, or on behalf of AIMM party, we have been repeatedly urging the Telangana government to clear all the pending applications for land regularization under GO 58 and 59, sir. It has been pending from long, sir. Sir, in the GHMC and other municipal areas of the state, sir. So we have also been demanding the expeditious clearance of all the pending application under Layout Regularization Scheme LRS and Building Regularization Scheme BRS, and urging the government to seek quick disposal of the pending writs in the Telangana High Court, sir. So on the persistent demand of AIMM for regularization of property transaction on notarized document, the Telangana government had issued GOMS 84 on 26 July 2023 for regularization of the sale of transaction of non-agricultural urban properties executed and concluded only by way of unregistered document with an attestation of a notary, sir. So the GO number 84 provides for full exemption from stamp duty and penalty on all the properties constructed up to an area of 125 square yards, sir. The Telangana High Court stayed the operation of the GO 84 on 25th September 2023, sir. We would urge the Congress government to come up with comprehensive orders for clearing the all pending applications for land regularization under GO 58, 59, LRS, BRS in a time-bound manner, sir. This will really help the people, sir. So we would also demand the government to issue comprehensive orders for regularization of property transaction on notarized document by correcting the lacuna in GO 84, sir. There was a lacuna in GO 84, sir. That is why this couldn't be done, sir. So now we know that what are the lacunas, what are the shortcomings. Let us take out a new GO addressing all the shortcomings, sir. So about the endowment land, sir, there are 704 temples managed by endowment department in the state with total holdings of 91,827 acres, sir. However, 25,000 acre or almost 27% of temple lands have been encroached, and another 6,000 acres are under the jurisdiction of neighboring states, sir. Neighboring states, sir. Sir, the Endowment Minister, Konda Sureka Sahiba, had said recently that a special task force would be constituted to protect the temple lands in the state, sir. On behalf of AIMIM party, sir, I welcome the statement of Madam Konda Sureka Madam and the Congress government, sir. The Endowment Department has began measures to prevent further encroachment by conducting a fresh survey and geotagging 34,092 acres of endowment land so far, sir. Also, details of 45% of endowment land parcels have been uploaded in the Dharani portal, and through review of endowment land parcel facing legal cases has been taken up, sir. Sir, Waqf land, sir. According to Telangana State Waqf Board data, there are 33,928 Waqf institutions across the state with land holdings of 77,000. However, 57,424 acres, or almost 75% of the total Waqf lands, are under encroachment, sir. The Waqf institution include mosque, dargah, Ashur Khana, Chilla, Takia, graveyards and other Waqf properties, sir. The Telangana government is fighting as many as 3,500 court cases to reclaim the encroached land. I would request the government to constitute a task force for the protection of Waqf properties and clearing the encroachment, as the state Waqf board lacks adequate staff to take up this task, sir. Sir, records of all endowment land and Waqf land, whether encroached or free encroachment, should be uploaded in Bhubharati ROR portal, sir. This is very important, sir. This is very important, which was not there in Dharani, sir. We should do it, sir. Sir, in September, revival of village administrative officer system, sir. In September 2020, the village revenue officer system was abolished with enactment of Telangana Abolition of the Post of Village Revenue Officers Act 2020, sir. The government will have to bring in a bill to reintroduce the village revenue system and revive the post of village revenue assistants and village revenue officers to maintain proper land records in 10,956 revenue villages in the state, sir. There are certain aspects of Record of Right in Land Bill 2024 which are matter of concern. Under the new legislation, Tehsildars and revenue officers will have the power to unilaterally make decisions on land ownership based on solely on possession without adequate judicial oversight. Clause 4, subclause 6 allows Tehsildars and RDOs to alter the land record based on possession claims, sir. This opens the door to widespread misuse and corruption, as decisions on the land record could be manipulated to favor certain individual parties, thereby undermining the very transparency that the law seeks to promote, sir. Moreover, the provision confirming powers to alter the land records could lead to fraudulent changes with minimal accountability and limited options for appeal, leaving farmers and other landlords vulnerable to the arbitrary decisions, sir. Sir, before concluding, sir, I would just like to bring to your kind notice through you to the government, and in particular Honorable CM Saab, Mr. Revant Reddy Saab, and Revenue Minister Saab, Srinivas Reddy Saab ka. Sir, many countries around the world have developed advanced integrated land record systems, sir, which we should closely examine, sir. Sir, Netherlands boasts one of the best land record system managed by Cadastre, which provides real-time updates of land records, sir. Sir, other countries with excellent land record system includes Sweden, Singapore, Estonia, and Australia. Sir, it is crucial to analyze these systems and understand why our expert committee did not study them before preparing this draft, sir. Now also it's not too late, sir. We can go, we can visit, and we can see, sir. Sir, now here still we have the system of having the registered documents, sir. But sir, in other countries, the registered document has no importance. Everything is there. On the website, you have been given as an Aadhaar number that you have been given. Like that, a number has been given and anyone can go and check the ownership, the title, and the previous owner, and they can have a land transaction, sir. So, I mean, in later due course of time, we can also study this and try to implement, sir. Sir, in many advanced nation, property and land titles are definitive, sir. Are definitive, sir, and conclusive, sir. So this is very important, sir. Sir, in many advanced nations, property and land titles are definitive and conclusive, whereas in India, including Telangana, the title documents are often presumptive due to issues like fragmentation and other challenges, sir. These issues need to be addressed as soon as possible, especially in this era of rapid technology advancement, sir. The ROR Act deals with land which hold deep emotion and economic significance in our country. Land is not only a primary source of income for many, but also forms the backbone of our economy. Overall, 70% of the population depends on agriculture sector for their livelihood and sustenance. But unfortunately, when I read this paragraph, sir, when I say the ROR Act deals emotions of economic, when I say that the backbone of the economy, but Dharani was made the backbone of one family and one political party, sir. And so much of misdeeds have happened, sir. And to check that, we are bringing this act, sir. Given the critical role of the land in the lives of people and the economy, maintaining clean, accurate and up-to-date land record is essential. This will not only enhance the state and the country's GDP, but also create a favorable environment for investors to step forward with confidence, fostering economic growth and development, sir. I hope that the